Yes, baby, Rocket League Season 2. It's the season beginning time. I'm literally singing out here. Hey, let's go, baby. Alright, so Rocket League Season 2, you know what it is. It's your boy Linkuru, and guess what, motherfucker? I got my own goddamn flag. What do you think about that, hey? What do you think about that? Ain't that sick? I genuinely cannot believe that this is real, that this is actually in the game. Like, I can actually play. Like, what are you talking about? Not you crazy, son. Anyway, so the point of this is that I'm gonna play some goddamn ranked games, which I've done in the previous episode, which I do not even know how this is real, but let me just do this real quick, okay? Just gonna, search my own stuff over here. The Linkuru ASMR channel, the greatest ASMR channel to ever exist, obviously. How the hell does this shit have freaking 214k views? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, are we being for real? Like, what's up with that? What's up with that, gentlemen and ladies? I don't know why I started with gentlemen. That's pretty sexist. It's always been ladies and gentlemen. Dude, we messing up the whole order here today. Seriously though, after watching so much of your main channel, this is hilarious. Honestly, I can see why. I can definitely see why this would seem hilarious after just, knowing me through my main channel where I post Rocket League content. Me trying to be quiet because it's after my bedtime. Yeah, that's honestly, I record these ASMRs at like freaking 3 a.m. most of the time, so it's not because I have to be quiet, it's more just because it just feels like the right moment for me. Oh no, I was gonna play ranked and I don't know if the C's or the servers are up, dude. It says 0 players online, so I think this might be bad. Let's go on Twitter and check it out real quick. Twitter Rocket League. This is the official page. If there's ever any chance of an outage, I always go on this Rocket League Twitter to see if they've tweeted. Update, online access is fully restored. Thanks everyone and enjoy the start of Season 2. That was 26 minutes ago, so supposedly the server should not be down, but it seems like it is, so what am I to make of this, Psionics? You told me they were up. You told me it was working. Wait, people at Rocket League mentioned can reply. Oh, really? So they're not even allowing replies to their tweets now. That's interesting to see. Okay. Okay, okie dokie. I really do want to play some freaking rank though, dude. What am I gonna do here? Like, what am I gonna do? Sit here and freaking slap my ass cheeks for 10 minutes for this freaking ASMR video? What am I supposed to do? Come on, man. Let me play some goddamn Rocket League. Okay. I'm assuming the servers are gonna be up in a minute, so we'll just wait a little bit and hopefully I'll be able to play. But I wanna express an idea to you that I had that is quite unique. So I think this might be, I don't know if this is being cocky or too presumptuous, but I came up with an ASMR idea that I don't think anyone on planet Earth has ever done on YouTube. I really don't think so. I mean, at least I did a quick search and I couldn't find it. It is totally possible that someone has attempted it at some point. And it just doesn't like show up in the searches with the words that I was, typing into it. But I guess I should expose and reveal what this idea is. So it's not so much about what I do in the video, it's about kind of the voice engineering behind it. So I came up with a way to well, basically my microphone is not binaural, and if you don't know what binaural means, it's when sound is kind of like 3D. So if I'm speaking to the left side of the microphone, you will hear the sound on the left side of your headphones, or if I move my mouth to the right side of the microphone, you'll hear it in your right ear. So this is something that is just built into certain microphones. There exist binaural microphones, and pretty much like 99% of videos on YouTube that you will find tagged as binaural will be microphones that have just been, just created to be binaural with the capability to speak into different sides of the phone, which is it creates a super cool effect for ASMR purposes. Makes it so much more entertaining to listen to, I guess, or not. And it's just more relaxing. I'd say, just gives this weird it's kind of like confusing to the brain. It's almost like a brain massage. I don't know. But so my idea is, since I don't have a binaural microphone and I'm not really interested in investing money into one anytime soon, unless I fully commit to myself to this channel and start uploading 50 videos a day, 365 days in a row, I really don't feel like buying one of those expensive ass binaural microphones. So in the meanwhile, my genius brain, I know I'm really experienced with computers and just technology in general, so I was thinking, surely there's gotta be a way to fake binaural, as in do binaural sound, 3D space sound, that without actually having a binaural microphone that can record that kind of audio. And I found this program that allows you to kind of move around. It's like a program that lets you do binaural audio of your recording. I won't go too much into it because we don't care about the technicalities. But then I was like, well, okay, what if I could then map my left stick of my controller to handle what direction the binaural sound is coming from? So for example, if I'm turning left, in the game, my car is turning left and I'm holding my left stick to the left direction, the sound would also come from the left, or perhaps, I think even better, if it came from the opposite direction. So if I'm turning left, it's almost like my mouth is trailing off to the right side as I'm trying to catch up with the camera that's pulling me to the left, if that makes sense. So if I press down, the sound would come from below. If I press right, it would come from the left, and etc. Right? You get the point, I think. Seriously, what's up with these servers? Maybe I'll just restart the game. Give me a minute. We back, boys. We back. What up, Psionics? Come on, let me play some goddamn Rocket League. I genuinely am not allowed to play Rocket League right now. I don't know what's up with this. I guess it's just not gonna happen. Well, it is what it is. I guess this episode will not include too much of gameplay then. Well, I'll make sure not to title the video Ranked ASMR. Rather, it would be something like sitting here freaking wasting everyone's time for 20 minutes. Alright, let's do some training packs or something, I don't know. Hey, honestly, it's an ASMR video. Does it really matter what I'm doing? Oh cool, I can't even access training packs that are on the server. I can favorites, I think, if even those. Let's see. Basic rebound practice, strength and accuracy. I just want to check out some of these. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention. It's obviously season 2. New rocket pass, new car. This is called I guess it's called Remix or something like that. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced, but it's Remix. Also, I have Bacchus Motto on, I think, so it's gonna randomize these shots a little bit. As you can see, there was a little bit of a strange curve going on there, but it's alright, it don't really matter. I kind of have a question for you guys. Oh god, why did I just do that? Alright, cool, let's go. So the thing is, for me, when I'm editing, well, I don't do much editing for these ASMR videos, but I do kind of go over the footage, and if there's anything like that's super distracting or like could potentially wake someone up, like an accidental loud sound or something, I try to like either completely mute it or kind of like lower the volume of it, and I just try to make sure the video is like relaxing and nice all the way through. Yeah, so the thing is, for me, sometimes I feel like maybe the video is too bright, and I get this a desire to like lower the brightness of the video, and I don't know if you guys have any opinions on that. Do you think it would be good if I lowered the brightness, or do you think I should just keep it default, just don't touch any of the video effects and stuff like that, just keep it as it is? Vanilla is all Gucci, baby. Some of y'all like that vanilla shit, you know, I'm not trying to knock anyone's hustle. Also, I think I'm not going to refrain from cursing on this channel. Like, I don't like to say the F word in my recordings. You know, on my main channel I always censor them. I think I've been censoring the word shit too lately. I used to not, but I kind of decided to start doing that. But I think on the ASMR channel, it's not like I'm going to be cursing a lot anyway. Plus, I think, I don't know, it's weird. Some people find it a little, maybe, I don't know what the word would be, abrasive, or is that even a real word? I don't know what abrasive means, to be honest with you. Maybe just a little too in your face. If I do curses, it might like shock people a little bit. But I don't think it's that bad. I think it's, you know, it's 2020. We're cursing all over the damn place. It's COVID-19, man. What do you want me to do? Like, I'm gonna be cursing. It's just how it is, you know. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to keep this recording at around maybe 20 minutes length, 25. Maybe a quick little update video here. I really did want to play ranked, man. I don't know. Call limit reached. Like, what do you... Psionics, come on. Stop playing games with me here. Let me play the goddamn video game. Like, what is this? Now that I think about it, I have not been paying any attention to the training pack, so if you notice me completely losing train of thought, like dribbling around the map, just hitting the ball to the wall for no reason, that's why, because I am just completely lost. Anyway, should I maybe go through some of the season stuff? Like, screw the training packs, nobody cares. Item shop. Oh, I forgot, I cannot access it. I cannot even access it. Oh, that's great. You know, you gotta love this. You gotta love these kind of moments. Let's talk about my own flag then. I have one win this, when it's, okay, cool. I do have one win. In my last video, obviously, I talked about my decals and stuff, or like the whole preset and what it consists of. So if you do want to use my flag, you just go to the antennas. It's the community flags folder, and there it is. Like, this is ridiculous. To me, honestly, the fact that I'm next to Lyric is pretty cool. He's a pretty sick dude, you know, a big ass streamer. Hella followers, you know, it's not all about the followers, you know, it's the character behind the person, but it's still cool to be, in this group with a ton of like big people. Like my colleagues, we got Athena, we got Floop, freaking John Sandman, Chaser, Let the Mirror, Lyric, we already said that, but whatever. Mertzy, dude, like I'm right above Mertzy. I love it. Musty over there, Phantom Ace. Who am I missing? Yeah, it's just a bunch of people. Sunless, let's go, baby. I do want to say, not to be a braggy, but I personally think that I have the coolest looking flag. Okay, you can disagree all you want, but come on, man. Like, Mertzy's is cool, it kind of has like a gradient, but I'm not even sure I like the gradient. I would probably prefer his flag just being a flat out, red brownish color that he has. I'm not sure what, I guess the gradient is not bad, I'm not hating on it. I just feel like my flag color is sick. Most other content creators that got flags this time did a black background, like Leth, Chaser, Athena, Floop, even Sunless. They all did black backgrounds. Whereas the only ones that didn't do that is me, Mertzy. Although Mertzy is kinda half black, so he's only in the 50% club. We're up in here in the 100% club. And then we got Johnny Boy as well. And so technically me and Johnny are the only ones that are fully not black. And not that there's anything wrong with that, I just feel like everyone else kind of fits in the same group. Like, they all kind of look the same. It's like a black flag with their logo on it, right? And obviously mine is just a beige background with a logo on it. I know it's not a huge difference, but regardless, I just think that it's just nice to have it, I feel like mine pops the most. Nobody else's flag pops as much as mine does, right? It's a bright background with bright ass colors in my logo. Like, what more could you ask for? Johnny's is just blue, his logo's blue, it's just blue, and then a little bit of white. All I'm saying is mine is the coolest one. Alright, I ain't trying to brag or anything, I just think it looks sick. Yeah, so really proud of that. Really proud of you guys. If you're here from my main channel, subscribe to my main content, and you've been supporting me for however long, whether it's, 1 day or 3 years or 2 seconds, I don't care. As long as you've been there for me, I appreciate you, and I really wouldn't be here without you. I would not have this flag in this game without all the subscribers watching my content, being there for me when I, through the ups and downs, because my channel's been through phases where I have, been getting a ton of views, and then I get absolutely no views. There have been a couple stretches or periods when I've literally gotten 1,000 views per video. That actually happened. There was a point where I'd get tens of thousands of views on my videos, even on a rare occasion 100,000 or a couple 100,000. And then a couple months later, or maybe not even a couple of months, but maybe 5-6 months later, my channel was getting 1,000, 2,000 views per video. So, not to make it seem like 2,000 isn't still a lot of people, but when you're used to getting a high amount and then suddenly you're getting only a fraction of that, you can imagine how that feels in terms of well, I'll tell you how it feels to me personally, so that maybe you can understand. To me, it feels extremely defeating to know that at one point I made a ton of progress. I put a ton of work into something, and then all of a sudden, because of certain things that felt out of my control, such as the loss of motivation, or simply just being lost with not really knowing what it is that I want from my life or from my channel or the content I want to do, and having these sort of emotional imbalances where I just sometimes just didn't feel like doing it, and because of those kind of factors, I would suddenly, my channel would go from really successful to completely dead. It was just extremely demotivating and disheartening, and just made me consider quitting doing videos. And what I'm talking about right now is stuff that happened like 2-3 years ago, right? It's not really like current events. It's just stuff that, I had to go through my, YouTube career. Everyone has their ups and downs. For me, they've been pretty heavy. I think I still go through that every now and then. My biggest difficulty is staying consistent with what I do, and it's something that I try to work on, like literally every day and every week and every month. I'm just like, how do I keep this thing going? How do I keep myself motivated? How do I keep making the kind of content that people want to see, while also making the kind of content that I actually enjoy creating, so that I can do it with, the passion and the desire that I always have. Because if I'm making content that I don't really feel like making, but I'm doing it because views, or because I know that's what people want to see, or I feel like that's what I should do, like maybe there's some sort of an obligation in my mind, like, I kind of felt that way when I did that video on my main channel about me getting this flag. I kind of felt like it only made sense, right? Like, I'm a YouTuber, the game has rewarded me with my own flag, like, I should make a video about that, right? Like, it just makes sense. It almost felt like an obligation, like I should make a video about that, because it's a flag that I gained through the efforts that I've put into this content, right? So I should make content about that, right? But the video, the idea itself wasn't really anything special. I kind of forced it. I didn't really come up with any unique or fun idea behind it, so it just ended up kind of feeling a little bit half-assed and uninspired. So while I was editing that, it was just complete hell for me. I was not enjoying any bit of that editing process. It felt like running through mud. It was just so tedious and so undesirable. I just didn't enjoy that video at all. So I kind of I've kind of told myself to start avoiding creating that kind of content that I inside myself do not enjoy, right? Like, I want to make stuff that I get excited about, that other people can get excited about. I think, the Grand Champions versus, certain ranks kind of videos, those almost always get me super hyped up. Actually, I'd say 100% of the time so far they've gotten me hyped up. I think eventually there will come a point where even that will be a bit like, oh well, I've done this 100 times now and it doesn't really feel special anymore. And that's kind of part of the struggle as a YouTuber. Like, sometimes certain ideas will gain views forever, or maybe not forever, but for a long time, but I won't necessarily have the interest or motivation to do it forever. So it's kind of something you have to figure out with experience. If there's any people watching this right now who like to do YouTube, or are considering it, or are kind of going through the same kind of struggles, it's just something you have to, I feel like, discuss with yourself. Just think about it, put some thought into it, figure out what it is. What is it? Like, what are your boundaries? What is it that you want to do? remind you, if you ever make certain rules, like sometimes I tell myself, okay, I'm not gonna make that kind of content, but then later on, like months later, comes an opportunity to make that kind of content, and I have forgotten that I gave myself that boundary that I wouldn't do it, and then I go do it and I immediately regret it. I think it's good to maybe write down certain things that you've told yourself either to do or not to do, so that you can look back on that list and be like, okay, if I do this now, it's gonna cross with those boundaries that I set for myself earlier. So yeah, if you're in that position, and I think that could apply to literally anything, not just creating content, boundaries on like, social interaction between people. Like, I've read about certain things about like setting boundaries in your relationships, like what are you okay with and what are you not okay with, things like that. I don't want to get into that. It's just, we're not even talking about Rocket League at this point. This has gone completely off the rails, but I think that's okay. I'm also curious to know if you guys would prefer if I talked slower, because I kinda tend to really start to go off on tangents and start rambling really speedy whenever I have like these long ramble sessions, because I could talk a lot like slower, kind of like this. I think I naturally kind of speak a little bit quieter as well when I slow it down, which is strange. I've never actually noticed that. It is very difficult for me to speak slow, though. I don't know. Even if you guys would prefer that, I would probably still steer away from doing it, because I get a little bit more satisfaction out of getting a lot of words out of my mouth in a short period of time, and being able to talk about anything that I feel like talking about in the video, because I kind of really do enjoy that. But I don't know, like whatever. It is what it is. I literally still cannot enter these servers. I don't know what's going on here. It's a little bit frustrating. But yeah, man, dude, how did we get here? Because I was talking about the idea of the binaural microphone, the like fake binaural microphone situation with this joystick, and I somehow have ended up here. I don't know. I feel like when I start rambling, it's almost like I black out, and then like 10-20 minutes later, I find myself in a completely unknown place, and I ask myself, how the hell have I gotten here? Why? What am I even talking about? Where did this all begin from? But yeah, so basically the idea is just that, I move the stick, and that's where the sound comes from in your headphones. If you do have like proper headphones where you can, tell the difference between sound coming from the right and sound coming from the left. But so this is something that I could technically already implement, but it requires a little bit of testing on my end, and I'm not even 100% sure if I can execute it perfectly, because I think there will probably inevitably be a little bit of a desync issue where the inputs of my joystick aren't gonna be perfectly synced with this video. Like, it might be a little too slow or a little too fast, and then me, like, when I'm turning right, the sound might actually come from that direction a little too late or something like that. So I'm gonna try to figure that out in the next coming few days, and see if I can make it work. I think it would be really interesting. One thing I'm worried about, that the sound could be a little too aggressive when it's switching directions, because obviously in Rocket League, when you're doing, half flips that you're canceling, and then you're doing flips all over the goddamn place, you're aerialing and freestyling and changing directions really quickly. much for an ASMR video. It might be the opposite of relaxing when you can hear me going from the left to the right to the left to the up and down and like going all over the place with sound. Yeah, I just think it might be a little too much, but I think we'll give it a test. We'll upload it and you guys will let me know how you felt about it. I'll listen to it myself and we'll do that. And but yeah, I mean, that's all I got for now. I think it's been like a 31-minute recording now. Still no psionic servers, so I'll try it again tomorrow, I guess. I do want to do that ranked gameplay video because that's what people seem to want, and the first episode of that got freaking 200,000 views, which is, I'm actually completely baffled. I would be curious to know if you guys, if any of you found this channel through that video, if you could please let me know in the comments. If you're still awake, if you're not, don't worry about it, go ahead, have a good night. But if you're still awake and listening to this, please let me know if you found me through that video. Like if you found this channel through that video. Did you click on that video because you were interested in ASMR? Or did you click on it because you were like, whoa, a Rocket League ASMR video, oh that's pretty hilarious or stupid, I just want to check this out for the lulz. Like, was it you genuinely wanting to see a Rocket League ASMR video for the relaxation, or did you want to check it out of curiosity and just for fun, basically? Because I just don't know if there's actually potential in Rocket League ASMR to gain those kinds of views like regularly. I really don't know if that's possible. I don't think I could regularly get like 100,000 views for each ASMR upload. I just don't see that happening, but because I just feel like maybe YouTube algorithm just happened to give me a lucky burst of views. Like it was just recommending the video to everyone and then everyone clicked on it. And then like probably most people didn't even like care about it or like it or enjoy it or anything like that. Because the YouTube algorithm does sometimes push videos to a lot of people for seemingly no reason. Maybe just to see if it will work or not. I don't really know. But yeah, so I just kind of would like to know if it was just a lucky thing or if people actually enjoyed it and would love to see more of it. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you guys experienced with that. Yeah, so still no servers. I am angry. Alright, I hope the audio for this is gonna be okay. I kinda have been thinking about like maybe getting closer to the mic and making it a little bit more breathy. Maybe speaking it a little bit quieter. Like maybe this would be the better way to go through these. Make it a little bit more breathy, get closer to the microphone. I think some of the like G's and D's and P's and sounds like that are kind of harsh can tend to be a little bit too aggressive maybe, but I'm not sure. I just feel like breath is really relaxing to me, at least. Like if someone's really close up with the microphone and like really personal with it and just like breathing into the microphone as they're speaking, I just feel like that's really relaxing. Yeah, okay, so that's that. We have done a 35-minute long ASMR video. Pretty proud of us. Let's go, guys. GG. I'm gonna upload this tomorrow, hopefully, and yeah, I'm gonna start doing these regularly. I like, seriously, I think I'm gonna start uploading these. Not every day, but I'll try to at least record one every day. And not every single day, but like most days in the week, hopefully. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. I do appreciate you for hanging out with me. And I'm unfortunately not able to show you any of the season stuff. but hopefully tomorrow I can record something else while the servers are online. Alright, that's been your boy Linkuru ASMR. If you do enjoy my content, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. And use creator code Linkuru in the item shop in Rocket League or the Epic Store. I get 5% of all your purchases as an Epic partner, so it does actually genuinely help me out. Yeah, okay. See ya, guys.